Blessed are all who fear the Lord, who walk in obedience to him. Psalm 128 verses 1. Hello, beautiful family. A very warm welcome back to the Lovystouch food channel. Thank you so much for coming back, and happy Sunday. On today's menu, we're going to make one of the most popular rice recipes you are going to find, especially in Kumasi. This is authentic Kumasiano dish. Quenquay rice is on the menu and it's absolutely delicious. You may want to love your jollof, you're watching all, but trust that if you try Quenquay, people also call it Kwankwan or chinkafa rice, you are going to be blown away for sure. So as usual, I have all the ingredients listed below in the description box, so kindly check it out. Let's get right into it. It is very easy. You cannot really get this wrong at all. So first of all, I'm going to cut some onions, and to that I'm going to add some fresh tomatoes. I'm using just 2 based on the quantity of rice I'm using. For Quenquay or Quenquay recipe, you need a stew base, a very simple, authentic way to make it, and it is so easy. You're not going to really get this wrong at all. So I'm going to dice my tomatoes into small. I'm going to add everything in my blender. To this, I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of rosemary. I'm using the dried one. You can use some fresh ones as well. And I'm also going to add 1 habanero pepper. You need some kick, spicy kick in there. So important. Most importantly, if you have green chilies or the paposhito, it's perfect for this recipe. So I'm going to blend everything, and in my pot I'm going to add some oil. This oil that I'm using is what I used to fry my fish earlier on. You need an infused oil of this kind to make this recipe very authentic and very great. So to the oil, I'm going to add just a cube of momone. That is so important. You need umami flavor in this rice. And I'm going to add just a teaspoon of tomato paste. Not necessarily needed, but I just needed the stew to be a little bit thick. So I'm adding a tablespoon of tomato paste. Make sure I stir everything together. I will allow it to fry for at least 5 minutes on a low to medium heat. And to that, I'll add my blended ingredients. That is the onions, the tomatoes, and the pepper and the rosemary in here. Okay, I'm going to make sure I stir gently together, and I'm going to cover it, allow it to cook on its own for the next 10 minutes. Okay, it is so easy. I love the umami flavor from the momoni in here. So amazing, and it's intense, flavor packed, and it's just so yummy. The aroma from the spice is also blowing, and it's just perfect. As easy as that, your tomato stew base or your base for your quenquay is almost done. All that you have to do is let the water quantity in here evaporate a little bit, and I'm going to add a lot more of the umami flavor by adding just a teaspoon of my dawa or dried fermented locust bean, and I also added some bay leaves to it. Cover it and allow it to cook again for the next 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, one important ingredient that you need in your quenquay rice has to be your dried herrings or amane. So good. I love it so much in here. So I'm even adding the powdered one as well, the one that we normally use for shito. So it's so great, just authentic, the way it should be when you use this 2 powder. I use the shrimp powder and the herring powder, and I added the dried herrings to it as well. This recipe does not need any Maggi and all the MSGs. Please stay classical. Let's stay authentic as much as we can. Okay, and I'll add some salt. All that you need is some salt to season. Cover it, allow it to just bubble up and simmer down for the next 5 minutes. I gently cover it up, and let's go take care of our rice, because it really needs to be taken care of. It is so dirty. This is a local rice that we have in Ghana, and it comes as pure as local, as dirty as you can find it to be. So please make sure you take very good care of it. And it comes with lots of chaff, so please make sure you are able to strain it off very well, because you do not want the chaff to end up in your rice. And this is how I make it. I don't just do too much with it. I make sure I get rid of all the chaff that is settling on top of my water, and go in with my hands, scrub this rice as much as I can. As a matter of fact, I go ahead and wash my rice for about 6 good times before I can settle down to add it to my stew. Okay. If I tell you that major part of this work were done in Ghana, I was able to take out stones and some of the chaff. With that evening, this is what I got. So you just want to know that if you don't do anything to the rice, it will be so not okay to add it to your stew. You're going to be coming across some stones and chaff, which is not good at all. Okay, so go ahead and wash your rice until the water turns crystal clear. Okay, so once I'm done, I'll go ahead and then add it to the base of the stew. Make sure I stir everything to incorporate really, really well. And I'll also go ahead and add about 1 cup of water. You don't want the rice to be too saggy. That's not the goal. So make sure you add water accordingly, and there's lots of stew in here, as you can see. So make sure you stir so that everything incorporates well. That's the only way you know the amount of water you need to add next. All right, I'm using just 2 cups of rice, and I use just 1 cup of water in this in total. I also tasted for salt, and I adjusted it to my preference. Okay, so that is all that you have to do is stir gently together, cover it, allow this to cook on a low to medium heat. This will usually take you around 25 minutes for everything to get ready, and there you have it. You're going to enjoy one of the best rice dishes you find in the Ashanti region. It's absolutely delicious. So yummy. This is also very, very healthy choice of rice that you have to go for, especially if you've been warned not to have too much rice, especially the white rice. This is what you have to go for. It is absolutely healthy and delicious as well. Okay, so after about 50 minutes of cooking the rice, I went to cover the rice with my parchment paper just so that it's cooked with that heat. And oh boy, after 10 minutes it was looking so good, and as you can see, it is ready to be served. I just want my rice to be cooked perfectly together, so I cover it for just about 3 minutes again, and voila, the rice was done. That is the right sound for you to know that your Quenquay salad is just around the corner. So get your coins and go get your delicious rice to enjoy. Making this at home is as easy peasy as you can even think about. All that you have to do, we serve this usually just like you will serve your wache, okay, or your zongo rice. It comes with a bit of spaghetti, your egg, don't forget your egg, some salad, a bit of gari. Oh my gosh, if you have some beans, it's also served with some beans. But today I just wanted to serve this with these 3 sisters. My fish, very, very important, okay, my wele and my beef, and of course shito is highly recommended. And there you have it. Your rice is ready to be enjoyed. I absolutely enjoy this so much with hubby. It just brought so much lovely memories, and we absolutely love our Quenquay rice. I hope that you also enjoy this at home as well. The good thing is you can get the recipes for the shito and the stew right on this channel. I'm going to link it below and here as well. Okay, if you did enjoy this recipe, please kindly give me a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and if this is your first time here, hello, my name is Lovia from Lovystouch. My main goal here is to cheer you up into making your own delicious meal right at the comfort of your home. I also love to share kitchen related motivational videos, so please come on board and subscribe to join the family for amazing new recipes every week. Thank you so much for watching right to the end. Please make sure that you know that you are so beautiful just the way you are. I will see you in my next one. Have a blessed day. Bye.